Hey, it's Jeff from Charting Horse Value. I wanted to do a quick video on the pick 5 yesterday at Parx, and I did have a winner. I got a little lucky, I'll be honest. First of all, I was on Twitter, and somebody was talking about taking down the pick 5 at Parx, and it's not a track I play that often. And there was a $120,000 carryover, so I thought it was a mandatory payout. And there was less than 2 minutes to post. So I quickly threw together a wager, and turns out it was not a carryover day, and the payout was quite disappointing. But being the fact that I made this bet in less than 2 minutes, I thought it would be worth covering how I did that. And so I'm going to do a quick video here, and we're starting in race 6. And so I can actually see the post-time odds before I make this bet on post race 6. And as you see in race 6, I'm showing the screen here. The Big Bluff got a 1-1-1-1-1K, very likely winner, and was 3-5, and I think ultimately got bet down to 2-5. Seemed like a lock. Now, if I wasn't gonna play this bet, okay, I'd probably just skip it. But I thought there was a carryover, so I full steam ahead. Now the 7 Twixie Cat is a nice bet, a win bet, but I didn't want to double the size of my bet with the 3 and get much less than double the expected win probability. And 7 was like 9-1, ended up going off a little over 6-1. So I singled the 3. Now let me pull up my ticket that I had. Hopefully you can see this. And you can see I singled the 3, and then I went 3 deep, 4-5-9, 1-2-3, 3-5-6, and then finished with 1-3. We'll go through all of that. Okay, so now let's look at the results. So the 3 went off at 2-5 and won by 3 lengths. It was not that easy a victory. And the 7 took second at 6.6-1. The exacta paid $9.20. Now, one way to do this is to single the 3 and then bet a small saver win bet on the 7. That's another way you could do it. But for me, I just singled the 3. So in the second race, there's a 9 on top with a K plus, but it's got this 0.5. Makes me a little bit nervous, okay? And one of the things I always look at in races is which horses get these 1s, okay? Now, this horse, Bluegrass Cat, got scratched. So who inherits his 1? So his 1 goes away, and this horse here, Jammin' Jimtown, picks up that 1, making him an even better K. Now, I like the 4, even though the 4 gets a C, the 4 gets this 1 here. And then the 5 doesn't get any 1s, but gets a 2-2, and then this 3 turns into a 2, and that 1 goes away, which makes him a really good B. So I felt like I should just go 4-5-9 in this race. There are other ways you could have played it, but those are the only 3 horses I considered. I don't like using 4-5-9 in this race. They're the 3 morning line favorites, but that's what I did. It's kind of a weak play, and I had to go fast. Okay, now let's see what happened in the race. The 9 won, and interestingly, the 1 ended up going as favored and was beaten. The 4 and the 5 both ran like crap, but the 9 on top of my sheet did win on the cutback and distance. That's what this 0.5 represented. And so I'm still alive, 4-5-9. Now in the 8th race, again, I guarantee I'm going to use this 3. And then the 1, Eloquist, gets the 1 here with the B. And then this 2, Supreme Being, also gets 3 2s, a B, and has $9 of value. I want to use all 3 of those horses, the 1, 2, 3. And I don't want to use this 4, Nostalgic Run, who's the morning line favorite and first lifetime start in maiden special weight. And, that's a play against, okay? Now, the 1 is a little slow on energy at 74, but again, it's maiden special weight, lock and change. Notice the horse has an NA for running style. We don't even know what his best running style is. He had no early speed in his last race. Very likely to improve. had great late speed. Okay, so maybe with a better break, shows a little more early speed, could improve dramatically. So, keep in mind, made in special weight. So I like 1, 2, 3. And let's see how it goes. It goes 1, 2, 3 in that order, okay? And the longest shot of the 1, 2, 3 runs first, 5.5 to 1. So we're alive. We just hit a 5.5 to 1 shot, and the 4, down here goes off a 2 to 1. That was my play against. Okay, so now we're in the 9th race. And I looked at this after the fact. I think I would have done something different if I had more time. But I wanted to use, first of all, the 11 is scratched and the 7 is scratched. And they both had 1s. So who inherits their 1? Well, the 7's 1 goes to the 5. So now this B horse gets a 1. And the 11's 1 goes to the 2, 6, Castagno. So his 1, his A plus grade gets even stronger. So the 5 and 6 look even stronger, okay? 11's gone. And then we got this 3 that gets the 1. And that's who I used. I used the 3, 5, 6. In hindsight, probably should use the 10, who's actually ranked slightly higher as an E6 versus an E3. This 90 is the best grade for early speed of an E horse now that the 7 is out. Has higher energy, 83 versus 77. Has best odds better, 6.2 versus 7.9. So maybe I should have gone 4 deep, 3, 5, 6, 10, or maybe 5, 6, 10 instead of 3, 6, 3, 5, 6. But, I went 3, 5, 6. I took a chance against this 10. Let's see what happened. Well, 10 ended up opening up a huge early lead and honestly almost held on. The 5 did run the horse down to win. 6 ran 4th. The 3 was kind of disappointing. So now there's a couple other things I noticed in this race, and that's over jocked is 4. I am that I am, -2 to 6. Big time over jocked. There's even another over jock down here, -2 to 5. So, if you wanted to go deep in this race, this is the race to do it and go quite deep. I didn't go deep, and I caught that 5 at 3.5 to 1. Okay? So the final leg, I'm definitely using this 3, gets a K plus grade. Can't beat that. But this 1 gets a B with this 1 here in the rank column. So I want to use the 1, 3. And I'm gonna play against the 4, try to find a tiny little bit of value by playing against the 4. Because he's the second in the morning line. So I just went 1, 3. You could have gone 1, 3, 4, but I don't want to make the ticket too chalky or too expensive. Now, Shake 'em gets a 2 here in best odds, but only has a 1 jockey for a 6. Same thing with Crick, gets a -1 jockey for a 7. So I feel good with just using the 1, 3. Maybe if you had the budget, you throw the 4 in. But this will what happens. The 1 wins, which is great, and the 3 takes second. By the way, the 4 took third at 9.7 to 1. Then came Crick and Shake 'em. Those are the 2 over jocks. So, we hit it. It pays only $3.45. However, the pick 4 with the 2 to 5 shot in front of it paid $174. So 174 to $3.45, that's almost doubled. So I got even money on that 2 to 5 shot. So it was, I think, an okay way to start the pick 5, and we hit it. And you see how we did it, pretty relatively quickly. Got any questions? Shoot me an email at info@chartinghorsevalue.com, or you can DM me on Twitter. And thank you, and we'll do another video here pretty shortly. I want to cover the Maryland Million Day. All right, take care.